Good morning, guys. We were at the shop today, and I missed this, but we already got this out.
My man! Hurry up! Take a video!
Yeah, we're moving the compressor. I'm gonna put the camera down. We're gonna finish moving this, and then I'll show you what's up. Currently a new day, and I'm in the merch room packing a bunch of your orders from over the weekend to get them out first thing. But I wanted to say massive thank you to all of you who did place orders, and if you haven't yet, we're nearly sold out, so don't sleep on it. Head to SAMMIT.net and jump on it before they are all gone. On the note of things gone, hoodies and beanies are finally going to be restocked. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks we'll have everything here. So keep an eye out on my other socials, Twitter and Instagram, for announcing when they will be going live. I know previously a lot of people missed out because my server couldn't handle how many people were coming in on the web store. So that's been all upgraded now and should be able to handle 3 to 10 times as more people, which is amazing. So don't miss out on that this time. Once again, limited stock. I am not restocking these again after this. Once they're gone, they are gone, so don't miss out. Also, I wanted to just talk to you about subscribing on the channel. First of all, thank you so much to all of you that are subscribed. I really consider it as you guys investing in me when you do click that button. But YouTube has this amazing data that I can look at and see that most of the people that are watching my channel are not actually subscribed, and these are returning watchers and viewers too. So if you are watching my videos and you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, please click it. I would really appreciate your investment there, and I think you're not gonna regret it. But that aside as well, I was thinking about this the other day. If everyone who currently watches the channel and is subscribed grabbed one of their friends that they know likes cars and will love the content and got them to pull out their phone and click subscribe, the channel would literally double overnight. Isn't that just mind-blowing to think about for a second? So if you have a friend that you know will definitely like the content, go, next time you see them, or go call them up, go hang out with them, get them to pull out their phone, check out the channel and subscribe if they're interested. And if that happens, we will literally completely double overnight, which is, seriously, that's so mind-blowing to think about, and I think that's pretty cool. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We're gonna get in the K-van and get to the workshop because we have so much to get done today. We've got an engine crane that just arrived that we can put together. Maybe we can start working on one of the cars as well. There's so much to get done. I want to wire in that air compressor, maybe even do some other electrical wiring stuff. We're gonna go to the home center. So much to get done. Let's get in the K-van and do that. Another perfect example of why I love this new daily. 6 wheels and tires all stacked up in there with a whole bunch of my tools. Cannot go wrong. Look at this thing. It's perfect, bro. Just got to the shop and I already unloaded all the wheels and tires and put them on the racking. This bottom one, we can get 18s still in here, but I'm gonna try to keep all my 17s on the bottom one and 18s will go on the top one. Just makes it a little bit easier, but for now, we're slowly moving all the stuff I have at home. I still have another 4 wheels and tires at home to move here. And then I'm gonna have a whole bunch that I'm actually gonna be selling soon probably. So we'll try and like cut down on as much as we don't need, if that makes sense. But yeah, we've already unloaded a bunch of stuff. This is a step ladder I got. We've been needing this for a while. This will help me run the wires across the top here so that we can get power points on this side of the shop. Man, I'm gonna have to get blinds or something for these windows because there's already blinds up there. Wonder if they still work. I'm gonna play around with that in a little bit. But for now, I wanna get a power point over here. It's pretty important. We'll put one like here, just a super simple one that just drills on the wall and we'll run the wire along the top here. And I did grab a couple other power points and stuff that we can just like install around the place. But the best thing is this being an industrial space, all I have to do is literally tap straight into the power board here. There's a safety switch and everything to turn it off. I'm not sure what the legalities are like here in Japan when it comes to doing your own power. But there's spare relays and fuses there. In fact, one of these goes to the next door lights that we had to cut because we were paying for the lights to stay on in the next room over. Because remember, this wall was put up and we didn't get the whole space. So I know that these two 20 amperes are spare. and we can use those if we need to. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing, is just taking those two and using those for 2 to 3 power points on this side of the workshop and that side of the workshop, because all we have right now is just this 2-pointer here, which I have my charger in. And then the other thing that we need to do is put a plug on this, and this is 3-phase 250 volt, I believe, 20 amps. And this is all shut off right now, but all I have to do is flick that switch and we get it. I do need to change that breaker to a 30 amp in the future, because 30 amps will be able to run compressor, tire machine, and a lift. And the wiring in here though is good for like double 30 amps though. So what we'll actually probably do is I'll probably keep the 20 amp, or I'll just upgrade that to a 30 amp for the air compressor and the tire machine. We'll add a second 30 amper to run 2 hoists in the future. For now, obviously we're only going to get 1 hoist to start off with, but that's that. So I'm going to get started, get all the tools and stuff out, and we'll probably work on the compressor first and get that working. But yeah, I think I clarified this like in previous videos, but none of these PowerPoints that are all over the place work. All of these have been chopped off. Not that I kind of want this one to work because it looks super dodgy. And then there was another one down here that just goes to nothing. None of that works. So like, I'm confident to touch all that because I know none of it's live. It's just been chopped off in the wall. But yeah, kind of a little bit disappointing. But anyways, we're going to put our own PowerPoints in. We got everything for it today. I spent $70 on a full 100-meter roll of this wire. So yeah, we should be good. So I finished putting the plug on, and this is the moment of truth. 3-phase, 200 volt. She's in there. Flick her on. Nothing went bang. I don't think we have power. We should have a light here. Damn it. That means the power company only turned on 100 volt and never turned on our 3-phase power. Oh, that is so frustrating. I'm so devastated, guys. I was so excited to get my compressor running today. Man, I even got like a full legit plug and everything. I'm so butthurt about this now. I like how that kind of twists and locks in. That's kind of cool. Anyways, well, I guess we can't get this running today. I'll leave that switched off. We'll have to call the power company. But what I can do is start running the wire and putting the power points on the walls and getting power run everywhere. That's probably my next priority. And then I want to put together our engine crane. This arrived about a couple days ago now. So I want to put this together, and this is engine crane, so we can get started on pulling engines and stuff like that. Man, there's still so much to get done at this shop. It's crazy. And like, obviously we need to work out some way of running air lines. I don't particularly want to go and run hard lines everywhere. So I'm probably just going to run soft lines like straight up through the beam. And then what I'll do is wherever we're going to have the hoist is I'll have like one of those retractable ones up here where it'll just kind of hang from the ceiling, and then you can grab it and pull it down and stuff like that. So that's probably my game plan with air. And then what I'll do is I'll also have like a couple like hoses just run around. But yeah, I don't really want to run hard lines everywhere. Once I buy like an actual, industrial space like myself and I own it, then I'll probably run the lines. Or if we get a much bigger place and we're much better off financially. Anyways, I'm really devastated about this not working today. Like actually upset. I guess I'll get onto all the other stuff then. Just finished adding in an extra PowerPoint over on this wall. As I said before, I was going to disconnect the wire that ran in for the lights of next door, but what I actually did was jumped up on the ladder and chopped the wire up there, and then I was able to just reuse that wire for a PowerPoint and bring it down the wall here. Look at that. Kind of wish I did all this before we painted so I could just paint over it, but now watch that light turn on. We have power here. So we got 2 points there, which should be more than enough, which kind of just replaces this one. And I also just chopped off a bunch of random wires that were hanging out from like this random switch here and stuff like that. They just go to nothing. All that was ripped up out from the previous person that was in here. It still blows my mind how industrial property like this works here in Japan. Like literally, we've been talking to the owner about how no other PowerPoint in here works except this one single one. And he's like, apparently according to like the law and stuff over here, it has nothing to do with the owner, and it's it's not his responsibility. And if we have a problem, we have to chase up the previous people that were in here or something, which blows my mind because like, why did we pay $20,000 for a deposit? I don't know. Like, does that then mean that like the owner doesn't even look at any damages that we might do to the building and then we get all our money back? He just holds our money, like in case we demolish the entire building maybe? I don't know. I don't understand any of the logic here, but I'm going to get started on running power wire from all the way along there down to this wall. I want a power point here because I want to have a charge station here, charge all my stuff, and I'm probably going to then piggyback off that one and put another one over here as well. And I've literally just been following like the studs in the wall and using these little wire clamp things that go around the wire that you then screw it in. So that's what I'll do, the full length along there, and we should be good. I did a bunch of research as well. For 3-phase power, you get a second meter, right? And this is our second meter here for 3-phase. That's the wiring that goes inside to the 3-phase breaker. That's why it's not hooked up and working. So we're gonna call the power company. They should be able to come out tomorrow and do this. They're really, really fast here in Japan. So they should be able to get that and my compressor will be working, no problems. And this is, I think it's 2-phase or single phase because we have 200 volt and 100 volt, but we don't have 3-phase 200 volt, which is what this is for, because then both of these power lines would be 200 volt and that's your neutral. So both these lines would be 200 each. This gives you one line 100, one line 200, and then one's your neutral. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I love electronic stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna get to it. Start running the wires and get another PowerPoint done, and then I'm going to start putting together our engine crane. So it is now the moment of truth. Let's turn the switch on. Now let's go have a look. I ended up just doing 2 PowerPoints straight down the side of the wall. One at the bottom, one at the top. Let's find out now. Power should obviously be working. The wire across the top there, I kind of wish it was the same color as the wall, but meh, it's all good. Let's see, have we got power? Yeah, boy, we got power. Both top. What about bottom? And bottom. Stays on. Good. All right, well now we got power in all the major places that we needed it. There's no point putting anything on this wall just because, you know, in the future we may actually be getting next door as well and putting a big hole here for like a doorway probably on this side or something. But for now, I think that's pretty much solved the majority of the issues. I don't have to run power leads from just this point everywhere, and created a few new points. We've worked out that we've got to talk to the power provider about getting 3-phase 200 volt turned on. I'm really upset we didn't get to test and try this out today. I even bought like compressor hose and stuff like that to connect to it, but it's all good. So we've got power sorted. Let's now build this crane. It's getting late already too. I think it's like just hit 5:30. It's not too bad, but let's get this crane together and then we'll head back home. But man, we did get a lot done today. We got 1, 2, 3 power points added on both sides of the workshop and sorted out the compressor and got that ready to run too. So check this out. I got all the chargers set up here, some batteries charging, and I even got my iPhone charging. I didn't realize that this snap-on charger had a USB port here, so I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, there we go. Everything all plugged into that top port, and we still got those 2 down the bottom, and obviously we could add a power board if we needed to as well. But yeah, I'm so hyped. Just the little things like this, you know, being able to have that there and not have a massive extension lead all the way over here and stuff. So I just got the box open for the crane, and first thing I want to show you guys is I ended up spending a little bit more money so that I could get the air jack one as well. So you feed this thing compressed air, right? And this is like a pneumatic kind of piston that then jacks it up as well. So it's manual and by air. How good is that, right? It was only an extra like $100 to add this on to the engine crane. I found this kind of funny. In Japan, companies do this a lot. They include like a brochure and all that kind of stuff about their company and other things you can get, which is kind of cool. They normally throw in free pens and stuff, and I don't know if you can tell, but this pen kind of got destroyed and it had an LED light in there, which I was kind of excited about, but it's just about flat now.
I guess it was like a pen and a flashlight combined in one, but it got crushed in the box into 1,000 pieces. So, damn it, I want a new pen. Give me another pen. Anyways, I'm gonna get to putting this all together. It's kind of weird that it came in like 2 separate boxes like this, but whatever. Should be pretty straightforward. I'm sure you guys have seen other people put these things together before, so I'm just gonna quickly time-lapse this, put this together and show you. Well, I can't show you it working because my freaking air compressor won't work. Anyways, we got to build it, so let's get that done. So it seems like the company I bought this from, it looks like it's a Harbor Freight or Super Cheap of Japan, which I'm pretty hyped on, which means I can get a lot of like basic shop equipment that, like even the, like look at this, $70 for a self-retractable air hose. Just basic stuff like this will be really good, and it's pretty cheap. One thing I wanted to show you guys is, remember how I was talking about even like super cheap compressors being really expensive? So this one here is a 24-liter compressor, single motor, and it's roughly around, that's before tax, like $230. That's not even a 6-gallon air compressor. That's a tiny one, and yeah, already nearly $300. So, and this is really cheap. Like just all the other normal generic brands in Japan, that'll probably be about $300-400. So I'm not sure if this is like trade price as well for workshops, but yeah, pretty frustrating. Ooh, I need one of these for the oil containers too. Ooh, there's so much stuff in here that I want. There's presses, there's a lot of like hydraulic jack things and stuff. Oh, look at this, engine oil pump. That's so cool. Like a transmission pump thing, and it sits on there. We need some of these when we get a lift. Unfortunately though, this company doesn't sell lifts or tire machines. Just everything else that you need. Like it even has all the parts for tire machines at the back here. Ooh, we need some of these. But yeah, like I said, this seems to be like the Harbor Freight of Japan. They have some weird stuff in here, like winches and stuff for like attaching to the roof. But yeah, see this? All the like little attachments and stuff for tire machines that like, you know, help you break the bead and all that, and the little plastic protector things for the clamps, but they don't sell tire machines. I don't get it. Why would you sell all that stuff but not the actual machines they're for? But yeah, so I'm going to keep this around because I can definitely get a few things off this. As you guys would have just seen in the time lapse, we now have the crane all together, and I'm super pumped that this is a big deal, because this now means we can pull engines, except in the Evo we have to drop the engine. So I really want to get the motor out of this thing, but I think it's best that we wait for the lift. That way we can actually drop it properly. If I was to pull it out through the top, I just don't think that's wise. We'll probably damage and break some stuff. I think it's pretty common knowledge that you've got to drop the K-frame and everything with these. But yeah, hopefully this thing will be going this week too. I've arranged for it to get taken to the auctions and sold. So that should be out of my life forever. And just to be clear, the Mini Cooper was never actually intentional, if that makes sense. I was kind of just being stupid bidding on cars up until like $200. and we won that. So it was kind of like my own like doing, and I was like, you know what, sure, we'll make the best of it, we'll try to fix it. We fixed a few things on it, and as we just, every time we'd fix something, something else would break and go wrong. So that's where I was just like, you know what, we're not gonna bother with this thing anymore, especially considering at the auctions, these cars, even when there is nothing wrong with them, are still only selling for like $500 a pop with this amount of kilometers at the auctions here in Japan. So it's not worth me putting any more money into it because it's not gonna make me money when I sell it. I mean, I'm still in the green with it. Like if you take into account content and stuff like that I've made, it hasn't lost me any money whatsoever. It's probably made me more than the whole value of the thing and whatnot. But it's just something that I never intentionally wanted to get, and I don't really have a purpose for, if that makes sense. When I got it, I was like, yeah, sweet, you know, we'll just make it a PVC drift car. But then a lot of the tracks that were doing PVC stuff here have actually like banned that now. And there was even a PVC only track that was like in a car park. That's now closed down. So it seems like the whole PVC thing may be actually dying off here in Japan. I don't know, I'm sure there's still some tracks like Gymkhana and stuff where you can do it, but it's just not worth it, in my opinion. So with that, I think we're kind of just gonna say goodbye to the Mini and cut our losses, I guess. Just finished cleaning everything up, and in that time as well, I decided to move the compressor up against this wall, just to create a bit more space here and not have anything there. And that way as well, I think it's gonna be much easier when I get like a builder out here and we can build like a little toilet block and stuff there. But yeah, things are kind of coming together slowly but surely, getting some stuff done. I'm gonna bring some more wheels and tires over here and stack them up there. Feels good kind of getting like all the big stuff out from home over here. I have like subframes and all that kind of stuff in the backyard as well for my Skyline, just spares. So I need to bring all of that here and clean it up as well. I need to invest in a pressure cleaner. I think I'm gonna order one of those off Amazon tonight. But yeah, slowly but surely coming through. Hopefully the power company can get that switched on tomorrow. We can get this thing working. Even if we did get it working today, I figured out that we needed to get some different fittings and adapters for it anyways. So we wouldn't have been able to use it. But with that, gonna open the doors, get this K car out there, and we're gonna head home. I know today's video has been really kind of a lot of talking and stuff and showing you guys what I'm doing, but progress is progress, and I hope you guys are excited.